Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Hey, this is Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. One of the best decisions I made recently was getting an infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. They're a local business that's been around for 2 decades, based right in Appleton and Waukesha. Good Health Saunas are easy to install, cost as little as 25 cents a day, and include a true lifetime warranty. Even firefighters all across the country trust Good Health Saunas for sweating smoke out of their skin after fighting fire. Learn more at goodhealthsaunas.com. That's goodhealthsaunas.com.
After a season of record-breaking performances and historic moments, this Bucs team is postseason ready, led by a dynamic group of players who have redefined the game. It's officially Fear the Deer season. Help defend home court and join the best fans in the league at Fiserv Forum for the Bucs playoffs, presented by BMO. Don't miss the chance to experience the intensity and excitement firsthand. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit bucs.com/playoffs. That's bucs.com/playoffs.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand-select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Bunzels.com.
Is your business looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been looking forward to the future and helping businesses shape what's next for 165 years, and for the last 15 here in Milwaukee. They offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making capabilities, and extensive experience to help navigate the complexities of a constantly changing business market environment. With your business in mind, commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
We've told you about Moses Hadara,
the diamond cutter who created the Kessler 81.
The magical diamond that vibrates with light.
Kessler's works with crazy diamond cutters.
Geniuses who create wonderful, spectacular,
crazy diamond shapes.
The one thing these crazy genius diamonds all have in common
is that they explode with light.
The Kessler Emerald Cut diamond sends out rippling waves of light, like water lapping onto a beach.
The Kessler Square Radiant Diamond glows like the sun on the horizon.
Sometimes sunrise,
sometimes sunset.
Come to Kessler's.
Come to Kessler's.
Come to Kessler's.
Ask to see the rippling waves of light, like water on the beach.
Ask to see the glow that looks like sunrise and sunset.
Ask to see the Kessler Crazy Genius Diamonds.
See them for yourself.
See them for yourself.
See them for yourself.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
A season of award-winning golf at Sweetgrass and Sage Run is on the horizon. The Island Resort and Casino Stay and Play golf packages are booking fast, with choice dates available early in the week. After your rounds, visit the Drift Spa for a relaxing or targeted massage session. And enjoy dinner at Horizon's scenic top-floor steakhouse. So many reasons to take a drive. Book your Stay and Play golf package today. Visit islandresortgolf.com. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Feeling good, like I should. When in took a walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Every day can be a better day despite the challenge.
I'm not gonna lie. There are probably some stories that would be very entertaining as well that are on the list of can't tell them on the radio stories from Larry Bechtel's time with you. But I'm pretty excited about the one you're about to share because I think I've heard it before.
You probably have, and again, unfortunately, Larry passed away yesterday. But a lot of laughs too along the way, and Brett Favre loves flatulence. Like that's just one of the things I don't know what it is, whether it's fart jokes or whatever it might be. So one of the things that he had he loved whoopee cushions. Like that was Brett loves whoopee cushions, and Larry Bechtel again. He's so he was sitting up. I don't know if he was in first class or he was up in the front of the plane, and he was always chatty with the flight attendants, and we'd always have laughs and everything else. So Brett got one of those remote control whoopee machines. Whatever it would be, and he sat it under Beck's chair, and Beck couldn't move around great because his knees and everything.
Bad knees.
So he put it under the chair, and every time the flight attendant would come up and say something like, "Hey, you need a drink," whatever it might be, he'd just let that thing rip. He'd hit it, and Beck would sit there, and he didn't know. The first 5 or 6 times, he had no clue what the hell was going on. So he'd sitting there, and everybody's like, "Beck, what do you do?" Like, Beck, what do we? So eventually, I don't know. I think it went on for probably half a flight. It was just one of those that it just got so much. And Beck wailing around trying to figure out how to get that whoopee cushion out from under his seat and everything else. It was just a great lot of fun laughs that were had, and it was of course at Larry Bechtel's expense.
So I have heard, so there are variations of this story where he would do it to Lee Remmel, the longtime PR director as well. According to Amazon.com, I don't want to give you any ideas for the next time we have a remote, but you can find a remote-controlled fart machine on Amazon for $16.99.
And I'm guessing Brett got that a lot cheaper back in the day, but yeah, that's that could be something.
I love you guys.
The fact that he would hit the button every time the flight attendants, who I'm sure Beck was chatting it up with, is pretty good. So I'm glad we can think back and smile at some of his stories, but I more importantly, I appreciate your honesty about how much he meant and that vulnerability, because he did mean a lot to you, and I'm glad that you were able to share that. I think we're all better for having heard you talk about that. There's no denying that there are characters in the NFL, but Tausch is right. I don't think there'll be another Larry Bechtel, and that I can say without any hesitation whatsoever.
I think it's fair to say he's one of one.
Yeah,
for sure.
That is it for us this week. You got a full week scheduled for us next week too, or
I'll be here. Yeah, I don't have any breaks coming at least for a 5 or 6 week stretch. I think I'm good to go.
Well, we look forward to that. Thanks to everyone who chimed in this week. Certainly the Badgers Outsider today, Rob Domofsky, Evan Cohen, Brian Bulaga, Uncle Homer.
Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper on recording. I can't wait for Jen to get that delivered, the 2000 draft guide. I can't wait to A, confirm that Tausch is in it, and B, see what Mel Kiper said about him. That is going to be fun. So we look forward to Jen joining us once her $103 purchase arrives at her doorstep. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today and all week. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on Wisconsin On Demand.
Beautify your entertainment space with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hi, this is Gina Della from Pella. Turn your ordinary space into something extraordinary with brand new Pella windows. Plus, getting the perfect windows and doors for your home has never been easier. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months, or no down payment, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months if you book before April 30th. Take ownership of your living space and make it a place worth living with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, best-selling author and founder of the Neal Group. I have some questions for you. Who does your books? Hopefully not you. There are better things for you to do in running your business. Do you trust the numbers? Good numbers are critical for making good decisions. Are you getting the advice you need to minimize your taxes and put more money in your pocket? A good advisor makes suggestions to help your business grow and minimize taxes, not just put numbers on a form. Do your calls get returned and your questions answered? Many of our new clients tell us they love our quick response time. We have helped countless businesses increase their profits and lower stress. Get the advice you want and need to grow your business and minimize taxes. If you want to get started on the road to making more money and having less stress, visit neilgroup.net right now. That's NEAL group.net. The first meeting is free to see if we can help. Again, neilgroup.net.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Tonight is a massive night. The women's Final Four takes center stage, begins with South Carolina, just the third program to enter the Final Four unbeaten in consecutive seasons, taking on an NC State team that's already knocked off a 1 and 2 seed in the tournament. 7 Eastern ESPN. Then it is the showdown of stars. Caitlin Clark and Iowa taking on Paige Beckers and UConn. Hawkeyes a 2.5-point favorite per ESPN bet. Baseball, Yankees reliever Jonathan Loaisiga placed on the 60-day injured list with a right flexor strain, a major blow for a New York bullpen, which has the 4th lowest ERA in the majors through the first week of the season. NBA Pelicans forward Zion Williamson, injured finger, listed as questionable tonight against the Spurs. Injured small forward Brandon Ingram and point guard Jose Alvarado are both out. New Orleans currently 7th in the West.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg on ESPN Radio. Plus, you can listen and watch on the ESPN app.
What is good, brothers and sisters? You got a little early, Freddie and Harry. We're normally on from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday on ESPN Radio, but Harry Douglas, Freddie Coleman in for Mike Greenberg on Greeny, presented by Progressive Insurance on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, SiriusXM Channel 80, as well as tune in and always tell your smart speaker to play ESPN Radio. Before we get started, Harry Douglas, a native son of the great city of Atlanta, the great state of Georgia, is also a native son about to give a little bit of love to the man who's made him all possible, by the way.
Yeah, my father, Harry Douglas III. Happy birthday to my dad. He turned 66 today. But it's special for me because my father has always been my role model. Mm-hmm. He's always been the example in every aspect of life. I'm the father I am today because the father he was to me, my brother, and my sister. So I just wanted to make sure that I wished him a happy, happy, happy birthday. We're going to go eat later tonight. Enjoy one another. But, man, that guy is my role model. He coached a ton of guys that played in the NBA, NFL. He's been a father figure to so many people in this world, but he's as selfless as they come. And he's the funniest man on earth, I promise y'all. if he wanted to be a comedian, he could, but that's his natural self. So Shout out to my dad.
Yeah, by the way, I love the picture you posted on Twitter at HDugs83. It's a great picture. Go on Harry Douglas' handle on Twitter and Instagram. And the words are happy birthday to my role model. And role model is in capital letters. My father, hashtag Coach Douglas. And there's a picture of Harry Douglas III with Harry Douglas IV on his shoulders. And just looking at that picture, as someone whose dad is still here, my dad just turned 80 years of age this past Christmas Day, and is the father to my daughter, Brianna. Those kind of pictures, you and your father, from way back when, it brings a really full circle. So it's a really cool picture, Harry, you post about you and your dad when you were just a little old boy with your dad back then.
and the first thing he told me, he texted me when he seen it, he was like, man, that's love. He was like, boy, you and Prince, that's my son. My son is Harry Douglas V, so we call him Princey. My dad was like, you look just like your son, man.
You ain't lying.
And my dad this morning, when I call him and tell him happy birthday, the first thing he asked for, hey, man, where my babies at? Where my grandkids? He loves every one of his grandkids, and he's doing the same thing with them that he did with me and my brother and sister growing up. So it's tremendous. It's great to see.
Yeah, by the way, happy birthday, and many, 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 many more when it comes to Harry Douglas III, who is the dad of Harry Douglas IV. Keep weighing in on Twitter at HDugs83. That's Harry's handle, my handle, the Coleman ESPN. Don't forget the phone number as well. You can be hard at the Greeny hotline at 888-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Now, that's a great place to start for your weekend, and we're going to make it even better with...
Here we go!
On
only one place to start.
The Sixers have beaten Miami. They gain a whole game in the standings to pull them within a half a game, and what a ball game it was.
I'd rather not be in the plane, but that's the situation we're in. That doesn't change. The goal is to go out there and try to win every single game.
Let's be for real. Joel Embiid is not human. There's no way you can be out that long as a top-flight NBA professional athlete, and then 2 games you come back this week and you score 53 points in both of those games, and your team beats Oklahoma City, and then you beat Miami last night. I'm not going to say that, Harry, that everybody in the Eastern Conference be going, ooh, when it comes to Joel Embiid being back. But the fact that he looked like that, anybody that's ever questioned his heart or his ability, shut up. As we like to say on our show every afternoon.
That's right.
Shut up. Because Joel Embiid that should never, ever be a question if he's going to be all in. It could have been very easy for him to take the easy road out and say, you know what? I'm not going to be helping my team by coming back too late. Joel Embiid was not trying to have that. And if he plays anywhere like that, and Tyrese Maxey, the way he looked last night, getting 37 points, beating the Miami Heat, all of a sudden, the 76ers team that looked to be maybe in a play-in situation could be a very, very difficult out when they get into the playoffs in the Eastern Conference.
And Freddie, I remember the other day we said previously, before Joel Embiid played that game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, is that I knew Nick Nurse and company, those guys were going to monitor his minutes. Well, apparently Joel Embiid has been practicing and doing a lot more than a lot of us thought he had been doing up until that point, because he played 29 minutes versus Oklahoma City Thunder. He played 33 minutes last night. Now, I get it, folks. There are times where he's out there on the basketball court and he's leaned over and he's huffing a puff a little bit, but he's fighting through it, right? That mental toughness is kicking in for him, and it's good that he's getting this burn right now, so when it comes playoff time, he's fresh. But they're a game and a half behind the Miami Heat that they just beat, and I think 1 game behind the Indiana Pacers. So, man, I wouldn't put it past the Philadelphia 76ers if they end up as a 6th seed, because now you have your big man back who won the MVP of last season. But Tyrese Maxey, and the way he's playing, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, 37, 11 assists, 9 rebounds. Those 2 guys can paired up together are very, very dangerous, especially down the stretch moving forward.
You make a great point in terms of if they get a chance to be a 6th seed, because as of right now, they're a game back of the Indiana Pacers for that 6th seed. You also mentioned half game back of the Miami Heat, because even Joel Embiid, he says, hey, I'm glad I'm back, but there's a bigger picture that we're thinking about and worried about.
We don't care where we end up. For me personally, I